However you view the crypto ecosystem, you have to be impressed with how incredible the growth has been in just over a decade. From Satoshi Nakamoto releasing the Bitcoin white paper in 2008 to the entire crypto economy supporting over 100 million people here in 2022, user growth in the crypto space is on track to surpass the growth of the internet, which, at this time, has been the fastest technology ever adopted. Based on the current trajectory of user growth, the crypto ecosystem could surpass 1 billion users worldwide by 2024. One of the companies at the center of this incredible growth is Coinbase. By focusing on creating a simple, user-friendly experience, Coinbase has positioned themselves to be at the forefront of onboarding users into this industry. If you ask anyone who owns Bitcoin or Ethereum, odds are they made their first purchase on Coinbase. With their intuitive interface and an ever-expanding suite of new products and educational tools, Coinbase now finds themselves punching above their weight, already being mentioned in the same conversation as some of the biggest technology giants we all know and use today. While attending Rice University in Houston, Texas, Brian Armstrong had an idea to start a company to match tutors with students. In establishing his business, Brian thought the most difficult part would be creating a great product and finding his first customers. His intuition, however, was misguided. Although he was able to find customers who wanted to hire his tutoring services, he found it extremely difficult to collect payments from his clients and distribute income to his employees. Banks didn't want to handle the operations of such a small business, and so he went through hell just trying to run the day-to-day of his small company. After graduating from college, Brian spent a year in Buenos Aires, Argentina, where he was working with another education company. While living in Argentina, he saw firsthand the effects of hyperinflation. The Argentinian peso had lost 3/4 of its value over the course of 2 years, and its economy was severely crippled. Upon returning to the United States, Brian was hired as a software engineer at Airbnb to work on their payments platform. It was here again where Brian saw firsthand how convoluted payments were, especially while working for a large international company managing the exchange of multiple currencies. Around this time, Brian stumbled upon and read the Bitcoin white paper, which a pseudonymous Satoshi Nakamoto had released, detailing his vision for a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. He was immediately struck by this idea and began imagining a world where this breakthrough could be the key to fixing the broken payment system he had so frustratingly experienced. Naturally, as many of us do, Brian went to the epicenter of knowledge, Reddit, to learn more about Bitcoin and meet other people interested in this idea. On the Bitcoin subreddit, he ended up meeting a man named Fred Ursum. The two got to talking and came up with the idea to build a simple, self-hosted Bitcoin wallet. With this idea, and after building out an early prototype, they applied to Y Combinator and were able to secure their first $150,000 of funding. Coinbase was officially formed in June 2012. Brian and Fred eventually published their wallet app online to see if users were interested in actually using it. They noticed that as people tried out the wallet, they didn't tend to stick around very long. Perplexed by this, they started reaching out to users to get some feedback as to why they didn't continue to use their wallet. The most common response they got was that they didn't own any Bitcoin, so they didn't have a need for a wallet. Brian and Fred asked some users if they added the ability to buy Bitcoin, would they be interested in acquiring some and subsequently use their wallet. The responses they got were positive, so the next feature they focused on building out was a button where users could easily buy their first Bitcoin. This was the first early sign that they may have found their product market fit. In the decade since Coinbase launched, they have grown to host over 43 million users on their platform. They see approximately 3 million monthly active users, secure $90 billion worth of crypto assets, and handle $193 billion of trading volume annually. Coinbase directly integrates with over 15 blockchain protocols and supports over 90 different crypto assets available for trading, with new projects being added constantly. Long gone are the days where users were just interested in acquiring and hodling Bitcoin. Coinbase's goal is to be the primary financial account in the crypto economy for both individuals and institutions, as well as the partner of choice for developers and ecosystem partners. When Coinbase went public in the spring of 2021, 96% of their net revenue came from transaction fees on trading volume. With the cyclical nature of crypto and markets broadly, this has led to huge swings in the volatility of their earnings. Given the trend we've seen in traditional financial markets, with most brokerages cutting their trading fees on equities to zero, it is likely not sustainable for Coinbase to continue relying on so much of their revenue coming from trading. Coinbase knows this, so they've been aggressively expanding their business. We can break Coinbase's business into 3 unique customer segments: retail, institutions, and developers. Retail users are Coinbase's bread and butter. 90% of retail customers found Coinbase organically or through word of mouth. The Coinbase app is frequently ranked among the top apps in the Apple App Store. There is more competition in the space than ever before, but given Coinbase's focus on easy-to-use products, they've positioned themselves to be the on-ramp for most people into the crypto ecosystem. On the retail side, we can break down Coinbase's business further into 5 main segments: learn, invest, store, spend, and earn. If you've gone down the crypto rabbit hole, you know how much there is to learn about this space. The learning curve is steep and can be a major hurdle for new users, so Coinbase is trying to make this easier for people with beginner guides and practical tips for first-time users. I don't think you can truly grasp the potential of this ecosystem without actually going through the process of buying and sending either Bitcoin or Ethereum. After acquiring one of these cryptocurrencies, the next step in most people's educational journey is to decide how they want to store them. This is a foreign concept to a lot of people, given most of us are used to using a bank or brokerage to custody our assets. However, one of the benefits this developing ecosystem offers is that you get to choose how much you want to trust a given institution with your assets. If you're someone who's more security conscious, self-storage is definitely the way to go. Coinbase offers a wallet app that allows you to manage your own private keys and store your assets off of Coinbase's core exchange platform. Although this is more secure than just leaving your assets on the platform, the most secure method of storage would be to set up a hardware wallet. For most users, the easiest method is likely to just leave your assets in your Coinbase account, like you would for any other brokerage. Once users are comfortable with the basics of operating in this space, Coinbase is creating new products to allow sophisticated users to operate more of their financial lives out of this ecosystem. For example, Coinbase is partnering with Visa to offer a debit card that allows people to spend any asset in their crypto portfolio, including US dollars, and earn rewards on every purchase. There is currently a waitlist for this product with the expected launch date TBD. People can even choose to have their paychecks deposited directly into their Coinbase account. The hope is that this product suite will eventually allow crypto natives to bypass the need for a bank altogether. There are so many innovative projects and experiments taking place in crypto on top of and outside Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like I mentioned earlier, Coinbase hosts over 90 different crypto assets. Through Coinbase Earn, users can get paid a small amount in different assets to encourage learning about different ecosystems. A few examples of these are Chili's, a blockchain focused on giving fans more of a platform in the sports and entertainment industries, to Compound, where users can borrow or lend against their crypto assets. In the early days, crypto users were constantly subject to criticism that this space was just about trading and speculation. Now we are finally starting to see real use cases for blockchains emerge. Although most activity in crypto since the launch of Bitcoin has mostly been retail driven, we are starting to see institutional capital enter Web3 in a meaningful way. Coinbase is again positioning themselves to be the on-ramp, this time for institutions, as they look to enter this space and engage with a new set of products. Coinbase Prime is a brokerage business focused on hedge funds, endowments, banks, and other corporates entering the crypto space who need more sophisticated tools than the average retail user. These more advanced tools include secure custody, algorithmic trading with deep liquidity, crypto and cash-secured financing, advanced analytics, and APIs. If you're an asset manager with billions of dollars under management and you want to invest a sizable position of your portfolio into crypto, you want to ensure you don't move the market when you're entering or exiting 9 and 10-figure trades. Through batching algorithms, Coinbase can split these massive orders into thousands of retail-sized child orders that can be executed across different venues, so the market impact is negligible. Coinbase came up with an estimate in their 2021 institutional report that for institutions trading $93 million of the Bitcoin US dollar pair, the market impact will likely average 90 basis points or 0.9%. These institutions likely have no desire to self-custody their assets, given that there are multiple stakeholders with interest in the firm. Coinbase spends a great deal of focus ensuring they can offer a secure, custodial solution to hold assets in offline cold storage wallets for these institutions where multiple signatures are required to move funds. The most exciting part of following the crypto ecosystem for me has been watching the huge surge in decentralized applications, or dApps, that are building and experimenting on these new blockchains, attempting to create novel products and applications for users. Existing companies are also looking for ways to integrate blockchain technology into their current product suite. Coinbase is seeking to capitalize on this decentralized app trend with their Coinbase Cloud offering. This project was originally founded under the company Bison Trails, which Coinbase acquired in January 2021 and rebranded as Coinbase Cloud. This service provides developers with easy-to-use tools to build and scale applications that can interact with all the different protocols that are currently in use. Using Coinbase's APIs, developers can easily integrate crypto payments and trading into their applications, as well as access data from over 30 different protocols. There are also options to use analytics to keep track of how the service is performing after it is built and implemented. Coinbase is attempting to offer an Amazon Web Services type service for the crypto space. On top of Coinbase's goal to be the primary financial account in the crypto economy, there is a deeper mission embedded into the company's culture that is helping to propel it forward. When Brian read the Bitcoin white paper, it occurred to him that this new asset class could potentially help expand economic freedom globally and provide access to a financial system for billions of people around the world who are currently unbanked. Brian outlined his vision in a Coinbase blog post, explaining the potential he sees for the crypto economy to help improve and expand the existing financial system, which we will touch on here. First of all, what is economic freedom? In essence, economic freedom is an index composed of 12 factors that aims to compare how hard it is to start and run a business in a given country due to factors like corruption, free trade, fair regulation, etc. Countries that measure highest in economic freedom, like Switzerland, New Zealand, and Australia, tend to have higher GDP growth, longer life expectancy, less war and corruption, better treatment of the environment, happier citizens, higher literacy rates, and lower infant mortality rates. Countries that score low on the Economic Freedom Index, like Venezuela, Zimbabwe, and Sudan, tend to be places that have an extremely difficult time encouraging local entrepreneurship and attracting international investment. These countries don't always score low due to malicious government officials, although this does happen. Oftentimes it can be caused by poor management of the economy, through bad monetary and fiscal policy, or insufficient infrastructure to support free trade. I think we can all agree that higher economic freedom is a good thing, so now let's examine how the crypto economy could potentially result in more economic freedom for all. According to the World Bank, in the current financial system, around 1.5 billion people worldwide do not have access to a bank or financial institution that provides access to basic services such as savings accounts, loans, and insurance. It's not that these people don't want access to a bank, they need these financial services. Without a bank account, they must often turn to shady check cashing businesses or loan sharks that charge exorbitant interest rates and turn to violence as an enforcement mechanism to discourage defaults. With the rise of cell phones surpassing 5 billion people globally, more people have access to the internet than they do a bank account. Therein lies the opportunity. If these people have access to the internet and a cell phone, why shouldn't this provide them with access to financial services? Crypto networks are open, global, and secure. Anyone with a smartphone can open their preferred app store and download a crypto wallet straight to their device. Once you have a wallet, you have a way to start receiving your paycheck digitally and can have it deposited directly onto your phone. This allows seamless access to the financial services that are being built for the crypto economy. If your local currency is depreciating rapidly, as we are currently seeing with the Turkish lira, you can use Bitcoin or stablecoin pegged to a currency of your choice to preserve your purchasing power. Many poorer countries see a large portion of their population moving abroad to access better employment opportunities. These migrant workers typically send a portion of their paycheck back home to their family in their home country to help support them. With seamless cross-border payments, these remittances can be sent extremely cheaply and much faster, avoiding the excessive fees currently charged by Western Union for wire transfers. The fact that these networks are not controlled or governed by any government or institution is extremely important. If you are a vocal critic of the government, you don't need to worry about your assets being unfairly seized. You also have the ability to opt out of any given monetary policy that could be hindering economic freedom through inflation or debasement. The crypto economy has built-in property rights, allowing users to save and invest their assets without worrying about unfair seizure. Smart contracts don't rely on courts to enforce property rights. They use code that can be tracked and audited. On top of all of this, crypto allows mobility not just between countries, but companies as well. If you sign up for Coinbase but you aren't happy with the products and services they provide, it's a fairly straightforward process to send your assets elsewhere, so you are never locked into one platform. Your assets belong to you. This highly incentivizes companies to focus on providing value to their customers versus just extracting it once they get you onto their platform. Although Coinbase is currently the top cryptocurrency exchange for bringing people into the ecosystem, at least in the United States, the whole space is so new that there is tremendous opportunity for growth. This is what really excites me about the industry, seeing all the potential just starting to take its initial form so we can get a glimpse of where we might be a few years from now. Coinbase still has a huge reliance on trading as their main source of revenue. Here are a few projects they may have coming down the pipeline that could help to diversify and expand their business. The first, and in my opinion the most exciting project that Coinbase is working on, is the launch of an NFT marketplace. Non-fungible tokens attracted huge attention in 2021, with OpenSea, an NFT marketplace on Ethereum, garnering much of the focus. Spearheaded by projects like CryptoPunks and Bored Ape Yacht Club, OpenSea went from about $20 million in total transaction volume in 2020 to hitting a peak of $3.4 billion of transaction volume in the month of August 2021 alone. The opportunities for non-fungible tokens is enormous, ranging from digital ownership of in-game assets, to creating additional revenue streams for musicians and artists, membership passes to online communities, digital representations of real-world assets, and so on. Coinbase sees this offering as core to their mission of increasing economic freedom in the world by enabling more people to profit from their creative endeavors. In October 2021, Coinbase announced plans for Coinbase Nft and also opened up a waitlist to give people early access to the product when it launches. On the first day, they received 1 million signups from people looking to get access to the product. That is an astounding amount of attention and interest, which leads me to believe that they are definitely onto something big. As of writing this, OpenSea hasn't even seen 1 million unique users who have made at least one transaction. Coinbase has a reputation for making the experience of interacting with crypto simple and easy for people who may not be as technical as early adopters. The core features of an NFT marketplace are the buying and selling of NFTs, but there are other components that can make the experience much more enjoyable for creators and fans alike. Their goal is to make minting NFTs as accessible as possible by obfuscating complexity. Creators will be able to maintain control over their offerings through decentralized contracts and metadata transparency. The most exciting possibility of this product is the added social features that can help enable community building. Coinbase is attempting to integrate a sort of social feed, somewhat similar to Instagram, so users can build and curate a personalized feed. Users and collectors will be able to easily display all the NFTs they have collected and follow the artists they are most interested in. The hope is that this social element will create new types of collaboration and sharing that will lead to stronger communities between creators and their fans. Another key focus for Coinbase going forward will be to integrate Layer 2 scaling support for base-level protocols like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Coinbase is constantly adding support for new protocols and applications, but Bitcoin and Ethereum are still the two most popular blockchains among users. As these chains have grown in popularity, their block space has gotten much more crowded, leading to expensive transactions and increasing wait times for confirmations. Lightning Labs is creating the leading scaling solution right now for Bitcoin, attempting to make the network usable for small transactions with instant settlement. Coinbase could play a big role in integrating the Lightning network for users so they can have fast and cheap Bitcoin transactions without dealing with a Lightning-specific wallet. Throughout 2021, we have seen a number of scaling solutions pop up on Ethereum, from Arbitrum and Optimism to zk-Sync and Polygon. Most users will not want to deal with trying out all these different scaling options, so Coinbase could go a long way in simplifying the user's experience by again abstracting away a lot of the complexity while giving users a better overall experience so they don't have to pay outrageous gas fees. There's a strong ethos in the crypto community surrounding open source. Putting projects and ideas out into the commons where the community can help build or adapt tooling for their own ideas helps the ecosystem grow and forces competition that can only help make the user experience better for everyone. In keeping with this ethos, Coinbase has committed to continue open sourcing public goods for the crypto community. They have already released tools for integrating cryptography that are available for anyone to use on GitHub and are keen to continue expanding the tools available for developers and builders. Given how new the whole crypto space is, there's still a lot of risk in operating in this developing ecosystem. The biggest risk the industry as a whole is focused on at the moment is regulation. Coinbase is based in the United States, and so they have been working with regulators to provide education on this emerging asset class so that it is not stifled and is allowed to grow. In the fall of 2021, Coinbase published a digital asset policy proposal in hopes to guide policymakers in the right direction. On top of regulation, the crypto ecosystem is incredibly competitive. Given that users can self-custody their assets and move them at will, businesses need to work hard to entice users to use their platform instead of one of their competitors. Coinbase is currently the largest US-based exchange. However, Binance is a larger exchange by volume globally, and within the US, FTX, Kraken, and others are not far behind. Not to mention the DeFi alternatives popping up like Uniswap that allow users to trade without creating an account. Coinbase's work is cut out for them, but one thing we can be sure of is that all this competition will be great for consumers and innovation in general. I could not be more excited to see what the future holds for Coinbase and the crypto ecosystem as a whole. Thank you for watching.